Alright, let's get right into it. Alright, let's get right into this. If you don't know, I'm giving away this gaming laptop. This is an Asus ROG G550,000 something, or GU502GV. Something like that. But the specs are as follows. It's got an i7-9750H, that is a 6-core 12-thread Intel processor. It's got 16 gigabytes of SODIMM DDR4, and it has an RTX 2060. So, it's a pretty solid gaming PC. It's also got a 144Hz 1080p built-in display, which is pretty sick, as well as RGB keyboard and all the fancy schmancy stuff, performance profiles, you get it. But I get this question a lot with almost every giveaway I do. How good is that laptop that you're giving away? How good is the PC you're giving away? And I always say I'm going to do a benchmark video, then I always forget, and then I send it off and I never get the chance to get around to it. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about performance of this laptop. I'm going to be giving you an honest review of it so that you can, well, set your expectations accordingly. And I'm just going to log in real quick. Oh. See, one thing I noticed right away when turning on this laptop is that the display looks crisp. It's very nice. It just, it really pops. Now, I can't really show you that over a screen recording, but I can show you, while watching and looking up some of my favorite videos on YouTube, I can definitely see that it's just a very, very crisp display. I mean, my assumption is that you're not here to see just the RGB keyboard and the good-looking display. You're sitting there saying, hey, how does it game? Well, I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's a laptop. You're going to want to plug this thing in. And I'm going to show you guys how it games. I'm going to record some benchmarks for you guys and talk through them while I'm playing. And I'll include the gameplay as either on the side or over the screen. You know how I normally do. Armory Crate. So Armory Crate's a software that Asus has for laptops like this, and also graphics cards and motherboards and all that stuff, to control RGB, performance, etc., just anything of the sorts. And for this laptop, it has performance settings, which I thought were fan settings for a while, so I didn't touch them, and I feel like an idiot because it ruined all my benchmarks, but I finally figured it out, and I'm going to be running on silent. That does clock down the CPU a fair bit, actually, in the terms of hundreds of megahertz. So I will be recording with GeForce Experience, and that's going to use the amazing Turing encoder on the RTX 2060 that's in this PC. So we get a nice high-quality recording. We're recording at 1080p, 60 FPS, because that's really the max you want to record at anyway. And I think this is going to be pretty good looking. Now, sometimes I like to do a little montage or something, but we're just going to play it live. And I'm going to react to it live. I'm going to show you the FPS. We got MSI Afterburner on the top left for all of our specs. Oh, F9. So, we're going to hop into our standard Rainbow Six Siege benchmark, which is an elimination match on this plain map. I don't play this crap. It's garbage, pay-to-win loser stuff. We're going to pick Fuse, because it's one of the only operators I have, because this game is pay-to-win garbage. And we're going to hop right into the game and start our benchmark recording, which will be recording our FPS average, 1% lows, and all that fancy fun stuff. Right off the bat, I don't know if you can see it, but I think this game looks fantastic. We're running high graphics settings. Again, our GPU is rocking towards the 80% utilization mark. And we're rocking a solid average 90 FPS, which isn't, mind you, the most amazing performance you've probably ever seen. But I did want to run on the silent preset, just to give a fair idea of what I would consider a controlled space, where we're not blasting our fans to get maximum best possible performance, but knowing that it can only go up from here if you're willing to sacrifice the noise. And if you're wearing headphones, especially good ones like I use the HyperX Cloud 2s, they're an older set of headphones. They're not, strictly speaking, advertised as the world's best noise-canceling headphones. But they do a great job, and I can honestly, the fan is not even audible when listening to my gameplay, so it's absolutely fine. Moving on to our next benchmark game, we got GTA at ultra settings. We just set everything to whatever its max possible thing is. Okay, we get it, we can save. And, well, what can I say? The game looks sexalicious. I'm going to set it to the performance mode, which will completely change the way the laptop does its performance. Now you see our CPU boosts up to 4 gigahertz. Our GPU is boosting up to 1500 plus megahertz. Our temperatures are spiking, especially on that CPU if you look. But our FPS does get a solid increase. Now we get a much more smooth experience. It's probably not great to test this game at maximum possible settings because it really does destroy a computer. That's a good looking car. Look at those reflections. Look at that ray tracing. I bought the whole graphics card. I'm gonna use the whole graphics card. Okay, but that gives you an idea of what I was talking about. So yes, you can turn on that performance mode and you'll get, well, more performance, but your fans are gonna...
Bushwhack! Hunter requesting spy plane.